Hello, I want to welcome each and every of you to the maiden edition of Teens Reality TV Show. I am your host, Pastor Udo. Our vision is to create a new brand of teenagers who can get to understand who they are, who they were created to be by God, and helping them navigate this life easily by His help. It is so important. Hello. Welcome back to Teens Reality. Today we have an exciting new topic for us to delve into, still under our series Current Issues Being Faced by Teenagers That Need to Be Addressed Today. I am your lovely host, Pastor Udo Welby, welcoming back every one of you who has been following faithfully what we have been doing and addressing right here on the show. We hear your voice, we see you, we want to see you keep on responding to all of it is that we are doing, and don't hold back. Please speak out what it is that you're going through either as a parent or as a teenager. Remember, we've said to you that this show, though titled Teens Reality, is not only for teenagers. We're also appealing and reaching out there to the audience that comprises of parents, guardians, teachers, you understand, and even the general public. The idea is that we want people to be educated to what is happening around us and get them aware so they can step in when they need to, assist whenever they can, and ensure that our teenagers grow up into becoming who God has made them to be. So as I said, still on our ongoing topic, current realities being faced by teens today that need to be addressed. A lot of issues have been discussed so far. We have taken our time to look at the assault cases. We've taken our time to look at those who have undergone surgeries due to the kind of impression that have been brought to bear upon the mind by parents, family members, friends. We've also looked at issues of people who have been attacked brutally, parents who have not paid attention to what is happening around them and have allowed their children to run wild. You understand? Talked about how kids are getting out there on the streets at an early age. You might think to yourself, well, even those who begin to become sex workers or prostitutes, they need to get to a certain age, but it's obvious that some are not waiting any longer. They're starting quite early. So each of these issues right now are things that are happening around you. It might be that even before coming onto this show, you've never taken our time to observe, but having listened to what we're discussing, you're making up your mind that, okay, I want to observe, I want to see what is happening, I want to speak out. Please do so, observe. It might just be that you are someone who's going to be exposing what a teenager has had to endure for so long, and will be bringing liberation and freedom to them in the right way. Alright, we're going to be looking at another wonderful video today. Now, this video makes mention of the dangers of AI. We are aware that AI has been the hottest thing in town for some years now. I cannot go online and scroll through social media without having this pop-up ads out you're 50, you can learn skills with AI in 28 days, and you're like, okay, you learn to use 30 different types of AI, and everybody's trying to show to you the advantages only, the benefits it brings to those who are working, to those who are in school, to those who are in sports, to those who need to lose weight, different kinds of issues, those who don't want to write scripts, who just want to make money. That's another thing they're trying to get, make money quickly, and they're telling you, okay, you can use AI to do all these kinds of things. But as you're aware, whenever you see something like that is so good and works so easily to bring benefits, you must be aware that there are also disadvantages. On one of our previous series, we talked about how a kid was assisted by the AI ChatGPT to take his life. Teenager, 16-year-old boy, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember his name now, but his name was Reigns. You understand? He took his life and was assisted by the AI ChatGPT. So it lets you know that while the AI might have its advantages, if you as a parent are not monitoring your teenager's use of it, it can become very dangerous. It can become a tool that destroys them. And not just that, in the same way that it's empowering teenagers and adults alike, it can be used for good things and used for bad things. What is disheartening about this video is about the fact that a husband used AI to put his kids' faces on the faces of adults and produce it as porn. That's what we saw. I want us to watch this video together so you get a better idea of what we're talking about.
He was AI generating photos of naked women with my kids' faces on them.
This is your ex-husband.
So he would take pictures like off my social media or their social media, and then AI generate their faces over a woman's naked body, maybe a video. Unfortunately, he still had a video from when him and I were married, and he AI generated my oldest daughter's face over mine.
During a video of you two, of an intimate video.
Yep.
Did you ever get to see any of this? How did that hit you?
So I had to go into the prosecuting office and I had to look at it. They just did a still photo of it, so not the video.
Okay.
But it was the one of me and then the one of her. And they were like, okay, just, this is going to be hard. And I'm like, okay. And they flip them over. And I, maybe like a second, I looked, that one's Lydia. And that image has not left my mind since. And they found, I think, about thousands of videos and photos on his phone.
Thousands?
Yeah. And some kids that they couldn't identify, like where he's getting, maybe just off social media or something.
Thousands of AI generated pictures. So he's just grabbing.
But a ton of my kids.
All right, welcome back. We saw that for ourselves. You see people that tell you, you want to make passive income. Just sit down and it will be generating money for you. And this is actually one of the tools. They need to produce videos. They need to produce images that can be created into like maybe short movies, series that people can watch and like people get excited about it, they enjoy it. And you know that you have a whole pedophile community out there who want to see these kind of things, who actually get off on this kind of stimulation. Children's faces on adults' naked bodies. Sometimes, one of the warnings we've been hearing recently is that for parents, don't put your kids' faces out there all the time. I know sometimes it's good and it's exciting to share milestones in their lives and what's happening, but sometimes the fact that you put them out there all the time is exposing them to be used on content, especially when some of you are content creators and perhaps it's like a running, is it not, what do you call it, like a vlog of your daily life at home, from when they go to school, from when they wake up to when they go to bed at night. Everything is out there for social media. And the truth of the matter is that you can have been doing it with a clear mind, easy mind, perhaps trying to just share what happens with the world, what's going on in your home, perhaps even to generate resources. And the question and the truth is that not everyone is receiving it with that same mindset. Some are looking at it as a money-making scheme. And imagine, see, the statement was like, this ex-husband was not just using the faces of his own kids. That's already unethical and wrong in the very first place. He was grabbing pictures of other kids, other people randomly off social media. Imagine opening up your phone one day to see the face of your kid superimposed upon a body that does not belong to your kid. In fact, that's what probably saves some family members. They actually know that they know that this body does not belong to my daughter or does not belong to my son. So this must probably be AI generated. So that's the danger right there. Those kids that want to show what is happening all the time, please be careful. Please be careful. Your life must not be all out there. Those who love you for who you are. And those of you who are doing it simply just get get images, likes, comments. Be careful. Some of the likes and comments you are getting are dangerous. Are not what you need. You are bringing predators, what you call sexual predators. In fact, I think in our next episode, we're going to look at things like that, the kind of online predators that that are available right now, who are trying every means possible to corrupt kids and gain access to them. You might think it doesn't mean anything, or it's a random. It is not. It might be random to you. It might be normal to you, but to some other person who's trying to get off on that picture or trying to raise resources from them, it's something much more. So as parents, I'll urge you, I'll caution you, especially if you have young kids that know you're monitoring their own social accounts. Please be careful what you're releasing out there. For those of you who have your kids who are managing their own social media pages, speak to them, you understand, and let them know that please be cautious in what you're doing. AI has its benefits, and at the same time, it has its disadvantages. Not everything that looks good on the surface is good for you or good for your family. You need to be careful, because I cannot even begin to imagine what happens when a parent or a kid stumbles upon themselves or their loved ones in a video they know they never made in the first place. There are people who are paying heavy money for it. In fact, I think one of the issues we're going to be looking at going forward in the future is about how some of these crime rings are being exposed, about how children are being exploited. People, I actually saw a post one day, I might watch it later, about teenagers or kids being, it's just like when you are auctioning or selling them off, and they were being masqueraded as pieces of furniture. So you see a piece of furniture that doesn't make sense to you being sold for like $25,000, and like, really, what's so good about this cabinet or this chest of drawers? And it's for those who knew that this was not just a normal furniture website. They knew that this was actually, the specifics described as that this was actually the description of that child being made available. Children who have been stolen from their homes and now being trafficked to pedophiles and sexual predators. I just, and I somehow like it was so disheartening. So you must be careful. Monitor your children. Be vigilant. Know where they are, who they are hanging out with, what they are spending time on watching. Encourage them. They don't need AI to do their homework all the time. They don't need AI to be the best in school. What happened to good old days of reading, memorizing, studying? It still works. It still works. All right, I want us to go for a quick break now. When we return, we will continue. But remember, this is still Teens Reality. Hoping and expecting every one of you to get on board with what we are doing and keep sharing what is happening in your life or around you. The number to reach out to us on either WhatsApp, Telegram, or TikTok is +234 813 9292708, or send an email to teensreality@lifechangerstorch.org. This is still Life Changers TV. For those of you who have not subscribed, liked, or followed, now is the opportune time to do so. We want to see you get on board to having constant access, so you'll be daily notified when we go live and have access to all that we have to offer. Just stay tuned, we'll be back shortly. Hello, I want to welcome each and every of you to the maiden edition of Teens Reality TV show. I am your host, Pastor Udo. Our vision is to create a new brand of teenagers who can get to understand who they are, who they were created to be by God, and helping them navigate this life easily by His help. It is so important. Alright, now welcome back from that quick break. Still on the fact that while AI has its benefits, it has its dangers also, and that your teenagers must be made aware of the difference. You understand? While it is that it has its good parts, they must not become overly dependent on it, that they feel like without it they can't progress or do what they're supposed to do. Because things are happening. Imagine a father who did that to his own daughters, to his own wife, and to other random kids. So the advice for you, as we said already, is be careful of what you post and uploading on social media. You don't know who is watching, you don't know who is observing to see what they can do. All right, now, another issue I want to look at right now is the issue of games. These online games that have exploded suddenly. You have what is known as Minecraft, I think Roblox, some other games like that. You know, before we had these simple games. We have like snakes and ladders, these simple, almost like two-dimensional games, and now you have it in 3D, 4D, 5D. Everything is available right now. And not just that, we have games where you can actually now interact with people online. Before, if you wanted to play games that were physical board games, people would gather together, play games. If you wanted to play single games, you could play it all by yourself alone. But now you have games where in one location, someone else can be engaged with you playing that game, video games, action games, all kind of games. You even have what known as esports. It's like it's a real world out there. People who compete, they win medals for it, they win awards for it, they win prize gifts for it. And now some people have taken advantage of this and created games specifically to target young children. So the young children, they're going to those gaming rooms and think, I'm just playing a normal game with someone on the other side of the continent or in another country or in another state, and it turns out that they are actually chatting with an online predator, a sexual predator, who is trying to first of all gain their confidence and then lure them into thinking that everything they're going to be teaching them and suggesting to them is normal. In fact, they call these people groomers. They begin to groom them. You want to get somebody confident about starting out a new business, a new job, a new activity, whatever it is, starting out a new hobby. You're trying to build up their confidence. You're selling the good aspects of that new job, career, activity, hobby to the person. And the idea is get them on board, get them confident, comfortable with it, accepting of it, so that they begin to run with it and go with the flow naturally. So that's what these groomers do. Trying to groom your children into accepting relationships, first of all, online. Suggestions. Someone will tell them, you can actually have them grooming your children on how to dress, what to eat, who to hang out with, how to speak, how to react to you, their parents, how to treat you. They're grooming them. And before you need to get them to the point where they're actually now suggesting they meet up. We've seen stories, we've heard stories of children who thought they were going out to meet someone of their own age grade, and it turned out they were going to meet someone totally different. Someone totally different. Some were attacked, some were kidnapped, some were assaulted, some never remained the same afterwards. In fact, I want us to watch a video right now that just gives us an introduction to this very topic we're talking about, so you know what we're trying to see.
Do you want me to play Minecraft?
Maybe who are you talking to?
I don't know.
Nick?
Yeah?
Can you come here? Right now.
What?
Come here.
What?
She's talking to someone.
You like creepy games?
Who's that, Nina? What do you mean you don't know? How are they talking to you? Hello?
I need some horses.
Hello?
Hello, my friend.
Who's this?
Hello?
Do you play them a lot, maybe?
Hello, boy.
Sometimes, yeah.
Who's that? Who's this?
It's Amelia's dad. Hello? I'm her dad.
How old is he?
How old are you?
Nice to meet you, sir. Good man. You make a great woman. It's fine.
Sorry? Baby, who is he? How often have you played with him?
Quite often.
What, you talk to him?
Yeah.
What the f***? Why? How?
No, we friends. We just play Minecraft. Excuse me, we don't like that. We just play Minecraft,
You know she's only 9 years old, mate. What the f***?
How old is he?
How old are you?
There's nothing I'm not like that. I'm not, doesn't matter how old I am, but I'm not that weird, I don't play with
Well, you're weird enough to be playing with kids, mate.
we do things like this.
Ha-
Listen, I don't want to cause any trouble, I have young daughters myself. I don't need to, don't want to be weird, but I work and I come home to just to play a little bit.
I'm shocked, mate. It's like, I don't know what to say.
He's my friend.
No, baby, he's
Baby,
not your
that's my
friend.
friend.
That is not a friend.
Hello, I want to welcome each and every of you to the maiden edition of Teens Reality TV Show. I am your host, Pastor Udo. Our vision is to create a new brand of teenagers who can get to understand who they are, who they were created to be by God, and helping them navigate this life easily by His help. It is so important. Alright, welcome back from that video you saw for yourself. A 9-year-old thinking she was playing the game and just chatting with a normal friend. And I say, look at the way she was able to tell her parents boldly, he's my friend. And after that, he's not her friend. How old are you to be playing with a 9-year-old online? What can you both be discussing? She's not your friend, she's not your child, she's not a relative's child. I like the way the woman called up her husband to be the one to come and address the situation right there, so the person could see that her daughter had a father figure right there, you understand, that could deal with the situation. And look at how the guy online began to respond. They're asking what is his age, and he could not give a definitive answer. Just talking, you make great women. She's a child. What do you mean you make great women? So who knows how long, or she said quite often, who knows how long she had been on talks with that man. And that is how grooming starts right there. Grooming. She's being groomed to accept that it is normal to talk with such people online. In fact, having gotten used to his voice, you can see obviously it's an adult, an elderly man she's speaking with. She begins to think it's normal for her to be relating with people who are not her age mates online and listening to what they're telling her. Now, in the exhilaration of them leading her to play that game and they are winning, getting over hurdles and obstacles together, it begins to seem like a confidence, someone she can trust in, someone she can confide in. And then she's not holding back anymore at all. She's all out there sharing what is happening in her life. Before you know it, children can begin to reveal their location. They can begin to reveal their parents' information. Are you aware that families can be scammed by these people? Yes, they can just suggest to you, oh, can you go get your parents' credit card or debit card, read out the number, what are their names, their ages, can you get access to their ID cards? And before you know it, a kid unwittingly helps their family to be defrauded. There are so many consequences to such. So those hours you see your kids hold up in their rooms, those friends they're hanging out, they're telling you they're always playing games, please. Not every game is innocent. Not everybody they're chatting with out there is someone they ought to be dealing with. And you must speak out immediately to ensure that they do not continue down that path. You must speak out immediately. Can you imagine the danger of what happens if the mother had not just happened to stumble upon the young girl playing that game in the room and now called her husband in to come and take charge of the situation? The danger is real. This is an issue you cannot afford to sweep under the carpet and hope for the best. Be careful of the games, those consoles you're handing to the kids, the ones you're buying for them because everyone is buying for them. Sometimes you feel like you've gotten your kid a great birthday present, a great Christmas present, and you just introduced the enemy into your household. There's nothing wrong with normal games they can play at home, board games, puzzles, to help their mind grow better. Please don't allow your kids to spend obsessively long amounts of time online. It's not even healthy for their brain. And encourage times where you as a family can sit together to discuss, play together, fun games together. Instead of just saying, okay, maybe you are busy with your activities and you have to have them stay for hours taking care of their own selves how they want in their own time. You must be cautious, you must be careful. The online predators are not they're not caring about the ages of whom they are chatting with. Whoever it is that they can gain access to, they are willing, they are ready to go all out there. So you must be observant. Monitor their screen time. Limit it to the lowest time possible. If they must play a game, check it out yourself. And having watched this video, if your teenager is already engaged, teenager or someone who is a teenager engaged already in doing things they ought not to do or hanging out with the ought not to hang out, please cut off those contacts immediately and preserve them from those predators out there. You cannot be seen doing too little in a time when you must be doing quite a lot to ensure that your kids are not lost to the enemy. Their futures are at stake. Their very lives are at stake. Your home is at stake. You don't want to lose what you have right there. You must also remember that time, if you feel that they must also spend such a time online, then have them spend it on productive activities. There are actually some sites that can help to improve their learning skills or teach them actual skills that are necessary. Guide them to such sites, and if possible, stay with them as they do it. Stay with them as they do it. Observe it to be sure that there is no hidden danger, there is no hidden trap, hidden suggestion. So for those of you as parents who feel like you want your kids to be online for quite some period of time, you want to give them access to screen time, be sure that you are monitoring it. There are a lot of sites that they can get access to that can improve their studies and their academics and help them develop new skills that are needed in life. You understand? Some things can even teach them entrepreneurship. Some things can teach them how to trade, observe the markets. You can teach them people communication skills. You can even have them watch videos, shows like this that reveal to them the kind of dangers they can be exposed to. There are some shows that you actually need to have your kids watch that will teach them the truth of what is happening in the real world today. If they can see it for themselves, the consequences of the kind of the consequences that can come to some kind of actions that they take, it will let them know that, oh, I must not be seen dabbling in every kind of thing. I must be careful who I'm associating with, who I'm hanging out with, or who I'm spending undue periods of time with. So as a parent, please be concerned, be involved, be ready. Don't be too busy. Don't be too choked up with activities that you cannot observe what is happening around them. I understand that there can be a lot of chores and activities that you need to do. But in your hurry to take them from one place to another or have them spend times engaging themselves in work while you do other activities, be sure that what they're engaging themselves in is not something dangerous or harmful to them. And we bring it to a close today with you understanding these truths. Your kids are precious. No one's going to love them as much as you do, except in the Lord. So be careful. Be deliberate and intentional about their safety. Be concerned about what they are doing at every point in time. Ask questions. If you're not comfortable with what they're doing, please ask them. And then speak out. Correct them where they have erred. Discipline them when it is necessary. Retrieve privileges when you feel and know that it will be going along with you, putting them back on track to doing the right thing. I want to thank you for staying tuned on today's episode. I want to appreciate every one of you who has been following consistently. I'm still your lovely host, Pastor Odon Wobi, and the number to share what you're going through with us is +234 813 9292708. Send an email to teensreality@lifechangerstouch.org. I look forward to hearing from you. Stay blessed.